Hi. In assignment 9.8, we have some information about number of units sold, how much we spent for raw materials, packaging, labor cost, altogether 18 Danish crown. That's the cost price. And then we have a sales price of 27 per unit. And then we are told that raw materials we have for 20 days, packaging stuff we have for 30 days, and finished items we have them for 20 days. At the production time, it takes 3 days to finalize a product. And then we are asked to calculate the capital requirement for stocks. First, the raw materials. The total consumption every year is 100,000 units multiplied by 9 Danish crowns. That is the total we are using every year. And we divide by 360 to have it per day, and multiply by 20 because then we have it for 20 days. It's 50,000. Packaging, the same story, 100,000 units, 1.8 per unit, and then we divide by 360 to find it for 1 day, and then we multiply by 30, and then we have 15,000. That is our average packing stock. Then we have goods in progress. It's a little bit complicated. Raw materials, same story, 100,000 units multiplied by 9 per unit, divided by 360 and multiplied by 3 because we have this in 3 days. And we start putting the material in the production department, and it will be there all 3 days. Therefore, the full amount for 3 days, 7,500. Same story with packaging, 100,000 multiplied by 1.8 divided by 360 and multiplied by 3 days, because the packaging is also in the production department all 3 days. But the labor, it's only in average, every product will be half finished. So therefore, we have to say 100,000 multiplied by 7.2, but only half, because we divide by 360 and multiply by 3 days, but in average, we have only spent half of the labor. Some of the products in the production department is just begun. Some of them are almost finished. In average, it's half. So therefore, it's 3,000 altogether. So goods in progress, it's altogether 12,000. So we have raw materials inventory of 50. We have packaging of 15. We have goods in progress, 12,000. And then for the finished goods, 100,000 units multiplied by the total cost of 18 Danish crowns divided by 360 and multiplied by 20 because we have for 20 days in our stock. That is 100,000. So altogether we have 177. That's the total requirement. And then in the next question, they ask us to find the days if we look at the total stock. And the total production cost is 100,000 units multiplied by the cost price per unit. It's 1.8 million. The rate of turnover, it is 1.8 million divided by the total stock of 177,000. It equals 10.16. So the time spent in stock is 360 divided by this 10, and we have approximately stock for 35 days. If we look at the trade receivables, we have a total revenue of 100,000 multiplied by 27. It's 2.7 million. And we have some sales, 1/3 in cash, and there's no capital requirement, so we don't have to include this. But 1/3 is with 3 months of credit. So we take 1/3 of the total revenue of 2.7, divide by 12 to find 1 month, and multiply by 3 to find 3 months. It's 225,000. We could also have divided by 4 because the debtor turnover ratio is in fact 4. 3 divided by 12. 1/3 is with 1 month of credit, so we take 1/3 of 2.7 million and divide by 12. We have tied up 75,000 in a trade receivable for this part of sales with 1 month of credit. So the total amount for trade receivables is 300. This was without VAT. We could also have included VAT. Then we, of course, should multiply by 1.25.